Alright, so sorry I'm as white as a ghost. Trying to do holiday shopping and being sick has been no fun. No fun at all. Oh my gosh. And then people were so crazy today. Like, oh, let's get this help. Knocking me practically down. But, so, one of the things I hate about my life is like, I can't really tell you, you know, I can't tell you what's going on, but it's very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. So all I can say is, you know, I never gave up, and nor should you. When people say that a case that's old can't be reopened, let me tell you one thing that I know is true. You have to go after the crime. Proof that a crime occurred during your case, then don't believe the immunity garbage. There is a website that I can share with people privately where you are allowed to report criminal activity that happened during your CPS case. And sure, we've been all given the runaround and da-da-da-da. But if you knew the juice that I have, you would believe it. If you knew, I so want to share it, but I can't. All right, so my case went to the FBI on the cyber stalking and harassers and real life stalkers, and my God, these people photoshopping my pictures to make me look like, really crazy and disturbing and making me look like I'm 300 pounds or more and 7 chins. Look at me, I even have a cleft chin. I don't know how they do it. They have me like, it's so weird. And then like a stomach like all the way, okay, well, this too shall pass. I always said in the end, evil won't win. No matter what, whether we get justice here on earth, justice will happen somewhere else because God is the final judge. But as weird as it sounds, I always knew there'd come a day that someone would spill the beans. And I already gave enough speculation and enough, proof out there on Google. Then I did a lot of radio with I was very careful because I didn't want to get sued. If I didn't know something for sure, I'd say, I believe. And, hence I've never been sued. And it's so funny, all these people have told me, I'm going to sue you for all this money. And I'm like, well, first of all, I've lost everything because CPS illegally took my daughter in 2009. I've never seen her once since. But where it gets really interesting is, my once lawyer said to me, you're too nice. You have so much more dirt than you ever expose. And she kind of is right. She's kind of right. I have really downplayed the magnitude of my abuse. I've really downplayed, believe it or not, how vicious my own mother is, that got away with taking my only child because of her little Richie husband, that when my dad and my mom were together, she had an affair, a brutal affair, and my poor dad, ended up getting kicked out of the house by her with nothing. She left him on the street like she's made every effort to do with me. And my dad got brutally mugged and ended up, with horrible brain damage and never could write music again when he had written many hit songs in his younger days, mainly by B.J. Thomas. But I never really got into the little family dark secrets. Here and there I'd kind of dabble around with it, but I was always truly afraid of her. And now that I'm getting the kind of information I'm getting, it's time for me to protect myself and really be careful, but start letting people know just how dangerous my mother truly is. This is a woman that many people have messaged me and said they truly believe she's the kind of person that would put, let's just say, when a woman gets robbed every week or every month or every couple of weeks or, I don't know, in 9 years, just keeps every time she rebuilds her life, gets robbed of everything again. how many purses stolen, how many phones. Come on now. Let's be real. It's obvious there's a hit on me. And the only reason I was able to break away from many of the assaults or attacks on me is, okay, I did take self-defense classes. But more than that, I'm not a petite girl. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I'm almost 5'9", and I'm definitely a curvy girl. And let me tell you, a couple of people that were trying to, I believe, kill me were surprised on just how far I went to fight back. I've been lucky a couple of times. They were scared away by a random stranger that ended up being a witness. But I learned the hard way that let me put it this way, and I'm not afraid I can get sued for saying this. I'm going to tell you that I believe 100% that there's a murder hit on me. 100%. Not I believe. Did I say I believe? I'm not going to say I believe. I've had too many people narking on, we won't say. Here's what I do know. People that are, impersonating other people, I have proof that there are people that I've reported of being dangerous or trying to harm me or stealing all my belongings. The man who's claiming to be my missing fiance is not my missing fiance, 100% sure. He submitted a receipt for almost $2 million saying he was going to leave it all to me for what he did to me and blah, blah, blah. And my friend, I have some really smart friends that watch my back, and he backtracked, and it's just a receipt on Google. Anyone can check. And what's really scary is they kept demanding my location, like constantly. And then the one day I gave the general whereabouts because we were outside that location. They came and stalked me at work while I was interviewing a homeless veteran for a TV show that I now work for. Can you imagine my first day on the movie set and this crazy lady screaming, I'm fraud, goes up to the homeless veteran, tells him demand to get that contract back, and, really creepy stuff. And then they called the police. These people are always calling the police trying to set me up for a crime. She's fraud. I had a contract, or whatever you call it. Yeah, a contract, I guess. And I've signed a contract, but that's not even the point. It wasn't fraudulent. I've been helping the homeless for God knows how long. All my work's been for free. For once, I actually have a paying job. Yippee. My God. It was so embarrassing, but I learned the hard way. Forget the police. We have taken the information to FBI. Well, yeah, I sure feel safe now. God. Yeah, don't get me started. Hey, you know this Nancy Schaefer story? Yeah. I'm a little nervous that my information's out there to all these, higher-ups, because my experience has been every time I gave them information, my life got really even creepier. That's all I'm going to say. Oh, yeah. And ever since I contacted the FBI with witnesses and people have written them with my evidence, the hacking's been off the chain. Never seen anything like it. Anyway, I have to go. All I can say is things are getting very interesting. If I were to end up dead or missing, I think y'all would know the truth. And definitely listen to some of my old videos. I think you'll understand where I'm going with who the suspect should be. At this point, it's really creepy what I'm dealing with. And I normally don't get really bad colds like this, but I've been so stressed out since I just can't go anywhere without getting stalked or my pictures on Google. It's a hard way to live, but I'm pretty tough. If I can go through the things I've gone through as a child and all the bizarre life I had growing up in Hollywood and, whatever, I think I can definitely endure this. I mean, any men that think they're cool to bully women and anyone that thinks it's cool to go up to someone's job and just, make a scene, what a bunch of punks. I feel sorry for them, really. I mean, apparently I have a life. Yeah, I do, because they're pathetic. Look, if they don't have any life, and they have nothing, do you mind? God. Ooh. There is somebody that's always around me that I just can't handle these days. You know, I don't even want to go there right now. I think it's so rude when people interrupt people, and my mom used to beat my little you-know-what. And maybe that's why I'm so strict about it, but I can't believe, I mean, I'm telling you, Johnny has just, I think he's having some kind of breakdown, but we won't go there. Jesus, I mean, I seriously cannot have a conversation. I try to call the DA. I try to call, FBI. I mean, I'm like, I just can't get anything done. Sometimes I miss being the solo warrior because I tell you what, that 5 years I went missing and didn't date and didn't really have friends, that was like the most peaceful, even though it was lonely. No weirdness, no crimes, no cops messing with me. And I don't know, it's a hard decision to make. Sure, it's nice having a boyfriend, but I always seem to get retaliated against more when I have somebody in my life. Isn't that weird? It's like they don't want me to have a witness or something. And then now he's so stressed out that
I'm not stressed.
I don't find him very advantageous
I'm not stressed.
to my situation.
I don't lose sleep over this bullshit.
Oh, God. All right, anyway, thank you so much for taking the time to, I know it's the holidays, you got better things to do, but I do think, despite my raggedy look, I'm doing okay. I just hate being sick all the time lately, but like I said, this too shall pass, and I know in my heart there's something big about to happen. I just hope nobody, makes sure I can't win, if you know what I mean. Because every time I'm getting close to winning, something really bad happens to me, and that's the truth. All right, well, goodbye, and happy holidays, and I just hope we all have a much better new year. I thought this was going to be a good year, and it just really wasn't at all, but I still have this weird feeling that next year is going to be the year that I finally see some justice. All right. God bless all our stolen children, all of you that are going to be without your children on Christmas. It's horrific, I know. I usually just do something creative. That's just the way I endure. I'll paint a picture or do something, but everyone has their own ways of coping. But I just wish you the best. My heart goes out to each and every one of you, especially our helpless, voiceless children.